Hello. It is Auntie T, and you'll probably be able to see from the title of this video that July was not good for me. Was not good. Unfortunately, I don't know what's going on, but I think it's been a combination of burnout and also, I hate to use the word oversaturation in the clubs, but when you have managers hiring because they want 30 to 35 girls on a shift, but then you can't keep 40 customers in the club at the same time, I'm gonna have to use the word saturation. And it has not been good. Okay, please don't fall, camera. Please don't fall. I need you. I need you here. So, yeah. Saving was very difficult and I kept reaching in. I did, just because like emergencies came up, bills, blah 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 blah. And then you might be thinking, but Auntie T, you had such a great month last month. What happened to that money? Well, I wasn't smart with it. I'm gonna be honest. I thought I was gonna go back to DR, and I spontaneously booked a ticket. And then, because the club was so bad and I was so anxious about it, I decided to cancel it because I knew if I went, the only thing I would be thinking about is, oh my God, when I get back, I'm going to have to go to work. And oh my God, when I get back, I'm going to have to get my credit card down, because I knew that was how I was going to be managing out there, even though I only wanted to go for a few days. It just wasn't a good decision. And I canceled it. Here I am thinking I was going to get that 400 something back. I did not. They just give you credit, airline credit, which not terrible, not terrible. It just means that I have 1 year to use that credit to fly again. So totally fine, totally fine. So what I'm going to do is do a check-in. I am going to celebrate some wins today. I'm not going to be all doom and gloom, because even though the club's been bad, at the end of the day, I was still able to pay my bills. I was still able to go out and see friends and celebrate and things like that for this month. I was able to just not go to work on weekends, on days I didn't care to go to work. So that's still a positive. And I did have one really nice day, one really nice Saturday last week. So we're going to check in. And then I'm also going to talk about what my plans are going to be for August, because I'm supposed to be starting school soon. I'm supposed to be starting school. So, we're going to be talking about how I'm about to tighten up for next month, to try to get all of this back in order, and what I'm going to do. Okay. So what I'm going to do with this is start knocking out some of these bills. So I have my health insurance that needs to come through. Some of this stuff is on auto pay as well, but tomorrow being the 31st, I'm going to go ahead and do that a little early. Now my health insurance comes out at the end of the month, such as like the 29th. So this one could wait. Life insurance comes out early. Cell phone comes out early. Netflix comes out early. Now, because my Discover bill is like 200 something, I'm gonna do 201. I'm gonna do half with the money that I transferred. I just actually did a transfer from my savings account. And this was one of the wins I wanted to celebrate. I did go ahead and save a bunch of money for the month of June. And then burnout started happening. And I just started spending money because I didn't care. I didn't care because I was trying to find ways to cheer myself up about being stressed out. And stressed out about school coming up, stressed out about work, stressed out about like really nasty customers and dealing with that, and dealing with the weirdness of the people who are at the club. And just I really was just thinking to myself like, wow, I didn't really do anything this summer. I had my one trip which I swore I was going to go do again, which is why I bought that ticket on a whim and said, I don't care, I'm going. And then I didn't end up going. I think part of that just because that came from me just trying to like relax. Me trying to relax and me trying to figure out like, what am I doing with my time and how am I balancing out the workload? Because I'm going to be honest, I don't want to work 5-6 days out of the week. That's kind of the whole point of being in this industry. I understand there are days where you have to do what you got to do. But when Friday and Saturday nights not looking good no more, what do? And to me, I was like, oh, I'm going to go on another vacation. Just like get away from everything. That didn't happen. This was what I ended in June with. I had over $2,000 in savings. And I just did a transfer from my savings account. And I only pulled $400. I only pulled $400 because some of my bills coming at the middle to end of the month, I think will give me time to go to work, to save a little bit of money, and not hate life. Not hate life. So we're back down, but that's okay because what I'm going to start doing is prioritizing the savings. Now, I was trying to do my investments of like the $1,000 at the end of the year. I think that's going to move down the list of priorities. I do have it on auto pay, Fidelity. I have it on auto pay of like $10 per week, so $40 in total. I think that's fine. I'm not going to invest more than that. Because I don't know what's going to happen come the end of this year or this season even, because I had regulars and now I don't have regulars. Like, I think people's money is hurting, their extra money is hurting. So yeah, I just don't hear or see from them. Who knows? So we're just out here doing our own thing. I am thinking though, to try to counter my burnout, I'm gonna stop splurging on so much. I was splurging on my hair. I was doing hair appointments. I was doing nail appointments. All of that food I was ordering at work. That's gonna have to stop. That is gonna have to stop. So I'm going to have to invest in my groceries. Stop buying smoothies. Tropical Cafe smoothie. Love them. I'm gonna have to just go back to making it at home on my own, which I can do. Go back to doing that. Buying groceries and storing meal preps. It's just a little difficult because the time it takes to cook and then me not wanting to cook. So that makes things challenging. and not bringing stuff in. We're going to do that. I do still want to keep my dance classes. Right now I'm doing some private lessons and then doing open pole. Open pole is about 20. Private lessons is 70. However, it's far away. So this ends up being an extra 80. Because the last time I did sessions, it was $80 there and back. Now am I going to do this every week? Probably not. Maybe twice a week, just depending on how things are going at work and if I can afford to do that. I am going on this Friday. I already did open poll. I don't have to worry about open poll again till next week. So that's cool. All of this is cash. So there's that. I do want to go to work this week, but I think I want to try some weekdays just so that I can move slower and it's not such a fierce competition to talk to customers because, we haven't had any customers walk in for hours. So there's going to be that. Lollapalooza is coming up. I'm not even excited. Not excited. And I know I'm not excited because I just don't know what to expect from it. So I think we're going to just go really slow and ease into the working during the week. And maybe I only do one day on the weekend. And that's okay with me. So some of these bills we're going to crack away at. Oh, my savings. Let's do this. Let's write August up there. Okay. For my savings, I have a little savings goal tracker that I've been using to try to reach, I think it was like 5K or 6K. And it's got these little bubbles. And so, I would put the money in an envelope and then I'd fill in a little circle. And that's how I was able to get to this much in 1 month. Like some of the bubbles is $50 and then some of it's $200. And then another one might be 70. And so as I went to deposit it, I just kept like filling in the little bubbles. Now, since I did take out the 400, I'm gonna have to erase that much from the bubbles. I'll try to see if I can find a picture of what I'm using, or I'll just create like it in my little journal somewhere. And that's what I've been doing as opposed to my shoebox. I've been doing both at the same time, but I was doing that as opposed to, all of my singles go in here because I've been using my singles. And I was like, well, if I just do big bills, I just do big bills and that's okay. But because of the burnout, because I've been spending money left and right, and then also bills being higher, like I didn't expect my cell phone bill to be $160 something, for example. Stuff like that. I am going to just make a small goal. I think if I do nothing else for my savings goal, my original goal here is only $100. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 200. I'm going to say 200. Let's start small. If I work during the week, I could hit this goal. No guarantee, because I've never worked during the week. I've always been a weekend type of girl. But I could try Tuesday. I could do Tuesday. I could try it out. I could do a Wednesday and then maybe do a Friday, Saturday, and then I bump up to 4 days. But since I'm heading towards burnout, I really need to like slow down and take a step back. Take a step back and focus on fewer shifts where I'm giving my all. That's where I'm gonna have to go. And I think I've been really overwhelmed with the oversaturation in the clubs, that it's been causing me so much anxiety, and I'm not performing very well. Now, granted, if there's nobody in the club, it really doesn't matter. But sometimes there are people in the club and I'm just stuck. So I think I'm going to slow down, do a couple of shifts like I usually do, and paying these bills early are really going to help me loosen up. Loosen up about my financial situation and not rip all my eyebrow hairs out. A couple of shifts during the week. I haven't even been working my usual shifts. I wonder if I can find July. Here's July. You see how I crossed all these shifts out? I did that one day, canceled it. I don't think I did this. I did do these days. I might have not did one of these. So like I only worked like 6 days. Of course I'm not gonna be pulling in no money in those 6 days. I'm if you're not there. And then my bills, this was like one good shift on a Saturday early this month. That was like one good shift. So that means I was busting my ass trying to get up to that. Ugh. So we're going to slow things down. I'll check back in a little bit, maybe in like a couple of weeks. But when school starts, things are going to have to change. And I'm going to be reassessing where my time is going, and then like what activities I'm doing to make sure that I have the work-life balance that I need. So what are some activities that I can do myself that are not just working? Use this Netflix bill that I keep paying for. There are things that I can do. I just need to find a motivation to do them. And that's where I've been struggling the most, because the money is looking funny. I was trying to do the job hunting thing. I was not successful, but that's okay. Not beating myself up about it, because I thank the universe that I do have money coming in. And here we are. And it's a new month. So that is all I have. Thank you so much for sticking with me, and as I go through all of this with you. And I hope that you are also taking care of yourself in the midst of everything going on, and money looking strange at the club. Things are slowing down because it's back to school season. But yeah, this is Auntie T signing out, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.